I got more news stories to cover. And so we're going to do that. In fact, we're going to do that right now because I'm right here. All right. So don't send me any friend requests because then you're going to get doxxed probably. So here we have this little Facebook video that happened yesterday. This guy who, again, last year, right? Last year, he came to a George Floyd demonstration. He was saying this would never happen here. Here's my cell phone number. Everything is great. We're your friends. Here's if you ever need me. If you're ever like stuck in the rain and call me and I'll come get you. You're my friend. We love you. Last year, he was all up in that shit. He was out there in the crowds. He was being a cool guy, right? He was chill. He was great. Awesome. I love the cops now. Hell yeah. Woo. Pro cop, right? And then... right, and then he said specifically, this is never going to happen in Elizabeth City, right? It's like, all right, I love the cops now. WTF, the cops are my favorite, right? All right, Q, less than a year later, this motherfucker's police force decides, all right, we're just going to walk down the street and just massacre someone that lives down the street. All right, well, now all of a sudden, he's afraid to go outside. All of a sudden, he's got like agoraphobia. He can only talk to a camera. If this guy is in a room and there's no camera in there, right? Like, I mean, he'll freak the fuck out. He's upset. He's crazed. You know, he's having a hard time. He doesn't know how to leave the house. You know, maybe maybe he's in a, maybe he's got some, physical problem. He can't walk that well outside the house, outside and like, go talk to the crowd of people that live on the goddamn street where, our neighbor was fucking massacred in broad daylight. Right, so it's like, this is a really interesting situation that we've got right here. But he is more than comfortable doing stupid fucking garbage PR campaigns on his fucking Facebook page. So let's watch. I have not seen this video yet. So some people in the crowd played the video, so I did hear parts of it, but I have not watched the, the video in full, and paid attention to it. But it's, to my understanding, it seems insufficient. So let's watch. I don't know how to do this.
Tommy Wooten, okay. And I'm Chief Deputy Daniel Fogg.
Oh, this is the guy who said that Brown had a history of resisting arrest, whatever that meant. So that's what this guy said. All right, cool. All right. So this is the motherfucker that's going to tell us what's what. This is the motherfucker, Deputy Fogg.
I'm Pasquotank County Sheriff Tommy Wooten. And I'm Chief Deputy Daniel Fogg. The death of Andrew Brown Jr. is tragic. The family is grieving. And I hope all of you...
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. No, I'm done. I'm done. How do I do this? I fucked up. I'm done. I'm sorry. This guy is literally reading off of like a piece of paper like taped to the fucking camera lens. Like, what is that? Like the fucking cadence here, right? The fucking like the taking the breaks and it's like they're introducing themselves like they're doing like a fucking director's commentary track on a fucking DVD release, right? It's fucking ridiculous. What is this? Like, listen to the way these motherfuckers are talking. They're speaking like they're speaking to like robots, like they're doing like commentary for a YouTube video on like fucking like reviewing like fucking toys or something. What is this fucking shit, dude? Let's watch.
I'm Pasquotank County Sheriff Tommy Wooten. And I'm Chief Deputy Daniel Fogg.
Awkward pause.
The death of Andrew Brown Jr. is tragic. The family is grieving, and I hope all of you will join in with me in praying for them.
How about I pray for you to go to fucking jail, you piece of fucking garbage shit-stained motherfucker. That's what I'm praying for. For every single person in the sheriff's department to go to fucking prison for the rest of their goddamn lives. That's what I'm praying for.
Deputies attempted to serve the arrest warrant. They fired the shots. They've been put on administrative leave until we know all the facts and praying for them. Our deputies attempted to serve the arrest warrant. They fired the shots. They've been put on administrative leave until we know all the facts.
So I have a question. Can someone remind me? Okay, now, I may not know, government. I may not know how this works. The last time I checked, who hires the deputies? Does anyone know? Last time I could be wrong, but I feel, right, and this is just my gut feeling, that the deputies, right, are there at the behest of the sheriff, to my understanding. And now I could be wrong. But, what? So, okay, now let's imagine, right, you're working at a grocery store. Again, I love the grocery store analogy. All right. So you're the manager, right? And you, like, let's say you're a union buster. Your whole fucking, whatever, went on strike and they quit or whatever. So now you have to hire a whole new workforce. But you got your buddies. you know your friend from college or whatever. So you hire a whole new workforce, right? And then instead of stocking the shelves, right? Now imagine they take a loaf of bread and they start like fucking like just like smacking each other with loaves of bread. Now imagine they grab that hot sauce bottle and they just strike an old lady walking through aisle 7, right? Like, wouldn't that be kind of like, wouldn't you kind of be culpable for that? Aren't those your friends? Didn't you hire them? Didn't you give them permission to work at that store? Right? Like, so when they do something, yes, they are culpable, but also didn't you introduce them to this environment? Didn't you hire the motherfuckers? Didn't you like do the background checks? Right? So as far as I'm concerned, this motherfucker needs to go to prison for hiring a murderer and giving that murderer a gun. Now, here's another question for you, right? Now, if I have a gun and I give a gun to someone else and tell that someone else to kill someone, am I culpable for that person dying? Yes, because I gave them the motherfucking gun and I told them to go out there and get him. And they went out there, whoops, I just accidentally shot my gun 8 times at a car that was driving away from me and an unarmed man in a school zone. By the way, I want to remind everyone, this is down the street from a fucking elementary school. An fucking-mentary school. This gunfire was shot in a school zone. Kids going to school, motherfucker. You need to understand this shit. So if I gave that guy a gun and he goes out on a mass rampage shooting, guess what? I should be culpable for that. Now, again, let's look at mass shootings. People always wonder, where did these people get the guns? Oh, they bought them from this. And then they go, like, and investigate how they got the gun. And, when they find out it's an illegal gun, then they'll, press charges against the person that gave them the gun. What about this? Why isn't Tommy Wooten being marched out in motherfucking handcuffs for giving a murderer a gun and telling them to go into a school zone and kill someone who had kids around them? That's what I'm wondering. So I just wanted to, I'm very curious. It was your deputies, so why aren't you going to fucking jail?
Our deputies are now receiving threats. We respect and support peaceful protests, and will provide protection for peaceful protesters. But threats are illegal and not a solution.
What?
No law enforcement agents.
Wait, what? What is it? Threats are illegal? Wait, who's threatening? Who are you talking about?
And
what?
Support peaceful protests, and will provide protection for peaceful protesters. But threats are illegal and not a solution.
What does that mean, threats are illegal? Oh, how about, okay, so let me get this straight. Illegal. All right, so now we're so concerned about law and order. Well, in the arrest warrant, does it say if they're driving their kid to school, you have permission to shoot them at least 8 times? Is that in the law? Is that in the fine print? When the judge signed the order, did they say, and thou shalt shoot the fucking motherfucker if they're driving away? Was that in the law and order? Again, it's planting the flag in the middle of the movie and then saying everything after this is what we really need to analyze. Law and order is the most important thing in the world. Now, sure, we violated the law. We violated order. We shot up someone in a school zone in front of children. That's fine. That's great. That's amazing. In fact, it's so great, the person that actually killed Andrew is on vacation. They're chilling at home watching Netflix documentaries about birds. They're having a great time. But anything after that, all of a sudden, law and order, good sirs. Law and order is the most important thing in the world. I'm sorry, man. I don't buy it.
No law enforcement agency should investigate itself in a case like this. Which is why, to ensure accountability, I've asked for the State Bureau of Investigation to handle everything.
The only way for you to be accountable, Mr. Wooten, is for you to be marched out in handcuffs. Anything less than that, as far as I am concerned, and as far as the citizens, and a lot of the, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but as far as a lot of the people on the ground that I spoke to yesterday and that I heard people conversing about, we want all of you to be marched out in handcuffs. You don't get to decide what accountability is when you kill someone, when your fucking workers kill someone. That's not your decision. The accountability procedure is not within your hands. You don't control anything on that front. Right? When you go out there and massacre someone down the street from me, I am not interested in your professional opinion on the matter.
And let them do their job. As a leader in this county, I'm committed to being transparent to the people I serve.
Right, he's committed to being transparent, That's why he's not releasing the body cam footage. That's why he is not going out and speaking to protesters, right? He's afraid. He's a bitch. That's why, right? He's so interested in transparency, he's going to read from a fucking notebook in front of a camera in the safety of his fucking office. He's not going to go outside and speak to the people who lived on the street where his deputy just started shooting into a school zone, hitting houses that had children in them. That's whatever. Who cares, man? Who cares? But I'm down to be transparent on webcam. I'm down to do a little webcam show.
To the people I serve. I'll tell you what I know to be factual, but I will not prejudge anything or draw any conclusions until we have all the facts, and that may take some time.
Regarding the shooting, here are some of the facts.
Why is it going to take time? What facts do you need to find? What does that mean? They say words. And again, this is the playbook, right? If this were 10 years ago, they'd do the same thing. If this were 20 years ago, they'd do the same thing. 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, 200 years ago, 400 years ago, they're going to say the same shit, right? But now, we're not buying that shit. We've had enough of our neighbors get massacred in the streets, right? We are not going, oh, we got to investigate the fact. What facts, bro? Facts? Release the motherfucking body cam motherfucking footage. That's what we're asking for. And at the very least, go outside and speak to the motherfuckers that live in your motherfucking community that you ostensibly are there to protect and serve. I want to remind everyone this is an elected official.
Some people want to know why our local version of SWAT team and deputies from another agency are assisting in the search warrant and arrest warrant. Because we're committed to transparency, we're going to provide more information about
If we just say we're committed to transparency, then people will think that we're committed to transparency. If I just tell you that I didn't mean to kill someone, then that means I didn't mean to kill him. If I just tell you that I accidentally grabbed my gun instead of my taser, I guess it means I accidentally grabbed my gun instead of my taser. If I just tell you that someone died of a medical emergency and had fentanyl in their system, or died of car exhaust fumes and not because I held my neck on their or my knee on their neck, then it must be true. If I just say it, it must be true. Facts be damned. I mean, there's video, right? The video could exonerate them. You have to understand. The video could exonerate them. Like, let's imagine the body camera footage comes out. Andrew's, like, driving down the street. He fucking has, like, an AK-47. He tries to shoot out the window, right? Let's imagine there's, like, a gunfire. Like, there's bombs exploding in the streets, right? All right. That exonerates you, right? As far as I'm concerned, that's an exoneration, right? But I've got news for y'all. That's not what's on the body camera footage. And that's why they're trying to be transparent by not giving us any information? What?
decision. This is an arrest warrant surrounding felony drug charges. Mr. Brown was a convicted felon.
I want to remind everyone, there is no such thing as felony drug charges, motherfucker. There is no such thing as felony drug charges. Does smoking weed hurt other people? No. Does growing weed hurt other people? No. You know what does hurt other people? Shooting guns in a fucking school zone. That's what hurts other people. But go off and cry. Oh, the guy had weed in his house. Oh, no, he had weed in his house. Yeah, sure, you know weed, right? The same substance that's legal in half the goddamn country and many countries around the world. Right, that's why this motherfucker's dead. What? Oh, the gun. Oh, he might have had a gun, we don't know, but he definitely had drugs. Ugh, drugs. He was a druggie. He was a drug addict. What the fuck are you saying?
History of resisting arrest.
That doesn't
Our
mean
training and our policies indicate under such circumstances there is a high risk of danger.
There is body
Let me
camera
get this.
footage
Let
of
me
the-
get this straight. Okay, so someone smokes weed. Oh, I'm a crazy criminal. I have guns. Like, when you smoke weed, do guns just materialize in your palms? Like, if I hit up a joint, is a gun just going to teleport from an alternate dimension into my pocket? Where are these guns? How is this person dangerous for having any drug? Drugs do not make people dangerous. Plain and motherfucking simple. If you think someone is dangerous because they smoke weed, I've got news for you, motherfucker. You are fucking dumb. You have some sort of permanent psychosis, and you belong somewhere that's certainly not with a badge and a gun roaming our streets in a military-style occupation, right? Now, I've got all the sympathies in the world for people that are undergoing, psychosis in any degree, but that is seriously very, very much so not representative of the real world. This guy was smoking weed, he's on drugs, right? It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you think that anyone takes you seriously? Right? They don't. They know that they're spewing shit, and that's why they're afraid to go out their goddamn motherfucking sheriff station and speak to us, the motherfuckers that live in this goddamn city. They're afraid of us. But why? We're not the ones going through and shooting them. We're not the ones going to their neighborhoods and killing their neighbors. They're the ones coming to our neighborhoods and killing our neighbors. I want to remind everyone, this happened down the fucking street from me. Like, I want to remind everyone, this is about like a 5-ish minute walk away from where I am sitting right now as I am talking into my webcam for my own live show. I want to remind everyone, they came into our neighborhood and killed someone that lives really close to me for no reason other than drugs, bruh. Drugs!
Attempt to arrest Mr. Brown. The State Bureau of Investigation has this footage, and it can only be released by a judge.
The issue will likely come down.
Right. Again, I want to remind everyone, law and order only applies after the fact when you kill someone. Killing someone, even illegally, that's fine. Law and order, whatever. Right, but when you want me to tell you why I killed someone, whoa, bro! Law and order, man! Don't you know about law and order? Don't you know about law and order? Haven't you heard about the law and the order? Haven't you heard? Yeah, sure, I just killed your neighbor. Yeah, sure, I just killed your dad. Yeah, sure, I just killed your nephew, your brother. But have you ever heard of this little thing called law and order? My lord. I don't know,
whether our deputies had reason to believe Mr. Brown's action put them at risk for a serious injury or death. We will not offer an opinion about this because we do not have all the facts.
We do not. Well, you do. You are the ones that possess the body camera footage. No one else has any facts because you are the ones that do have all the facts. You are the only people that have all the motherfucking facts. What, do we have the facts? How do we have the facts? We weren't there. Some people were, right? We're not the ones that had cameras on while we shot and killed someone, right? What the fuck do you mean you don't have all the goddamn motherfucking facts? What the fuck is that garbage? Release the goddamn footage. Who cares about law and order? It's about doing what's fucking right. You're the motherfucking cops. You came into my neighborhood, killed someone down my street, and now all of a sudden law and order is the most important thing in the world? I don't give a fucking shit. Go fuck yourself, rot in hell, and anything less than being marched out in handcuffs is not enough for me to be satisfied, personally.
What I will say is that if evidence shows that any of my deputies violated the law or policies, they will be held accountable.
What does that mean? What does that mean, will be held accountable? What does that mean? Is he going to go on and tell us what that means?
Because that's what the citizens expect me to do. And it's
the citizens expect you to come out of your fucking little webcam cave and talk to us. That's what the citizens expect you to do. Don't gaslight us. Don't tell us what the citizens expect you to do. We're the citizens. We are showing up every day until you answer to us. You are not answering to a webcam, motherfucker. A webcam isn't going to stop occupying the intersections of major roads. A webcam is not going to fucking stop protesting at your fucking city hall and at your sheriff's department. A webcam is not going to fucking do any of this. The citizens of this goddamn city are the ones that are in charge of this motherfucker. Alright, so you understand that? You are not answering to a webcam, you are answering to us. And when you pretend that we and the webcam are the same, I've got news for you, but that is evidence of delusionary thinking. You are not operating in the real world, motherfucker.
To do.
We're reaching out to community leaders to help us with this tragedy.
Nope.
We're heartened to know how many of them are willing to work with us towards our three main priorities. Transparency about what happened.
Nope.
Accountability for any wrongdoing.
Nope.
And peace in our community.
Nope.
That's all we can say for
now. Right, all of a sudden, right, when people protest a police shooting, oh, peaceful, you must be peaceful. Why don't you tell that to the cop who came into our neighborhood and killed someone? Did you tell them that they have to be peaceful? Did you tell them that they have to be peaceful? No, you didn't, because you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. You are down to gaslight and fucking tell all the people in the city to do what you must be peaceful. You must follow all the rules, law and order. We must blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up, you dumb motherfucker. That's all I got to say. I have nothing else for that.
The situation is in the hands of the State Bureau of Investigation, and they should be given the ability to do their important work.
What?
Thank you, and God bless.
So, I don't have it queued up.
Hey, you guys.
Whoa, what the fuck? Why does Facebook do that? I don't have it queued up, but the SBI basically kind of kicked the can back in their direction and said, yeah, we have no jurisdiction over this. The Sheriff's Department has the video, and we're just investigating the situation. Right? So I just want to, I just want to let everyone know, that's kind of what the situation is. These motherfuckers are scared. They know that they fucked up. I want to remind everyone, right? If you wanted to be transparent, what you would not do is say, we want to be transparent. What you would do is release the motherfucking body cam footage. That's what you would do. If your claim is, oh, transparency, woo, ba-da-ba-doo-da, guess what you do? You release the goddamn motherfucking footage. That's what you do. You don't just tell us you're transparent. Yo, believe me, bro, I'm transparent as hell. Look through my arm. You can see right through me. Right? No, that's not how it works around here, motherfucker. When you say you're transparent, right, what I expect is in the next sentence, and what I expect is, oh, and we want to be transparent, and that's why we were about to show you the body camera footage right here, and then it cues up to the body camera footage. That would be transparency. Anything less is called trying to manufacture a lie. You got to get your story straight. How do I have my friend be able to get free vacation time, paid administrative leave, and sit on his fucking asshole with his fucking feet kicked up on the coffee table and watch fucking Netflix shows, right? That's what we got to do. That's the real transparency, right? It's ridiculous. It's fucking garbage, and these motherfuckers need to be marched out in handcuffs because they're all criminals, they're thugs, and they're fucking violent gangsters. That's what police are. They're violent motherfucking gangsters, and they need to be brought to heel. Thank you.